Quick plug just before we start the video, please consider supporting the show on patreon.com because this is a progressive show. We go against the corporate narrative. 3/4 of the videos are demonetized anyway. So please consider supporting the show. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so one of Hillary Clinton's top aides was on Fox News yesterday talking about rumors that she might run again. I just can't do it. Let's watch.
So to judge the likelihood of a 2020 Hillary campaign, we're joined tonight by a man who has served for decades as one of her closest aides, Philippe Reines. Philippe, great to see you tonight.
You too, Tucker.
So I'm assuming what I just said and what we're hearing is true, that if she thought she was the best position to beat Donald Trump, she'd get in the race. She's not.
I would take issue with the Macedonia part, but other than that, she ran for president because she thought she would be the best president. If she still thought that now, if she thought she had the best odds of beating Donald Trump, I think she would think about it long and hard. I know.
So she's not, she hasn't foreclosed the possibility. I guess
she has not.
That's what I'm saying. So really the question, and that doesn't surprise anybody who's followed the Clintons, right? So I guess the question is, has the Democratic Party changed so much in the last 3 years that it would be possible for Hillary Clinton to get the nomination? So in other words, a lot of Democrats say, well, Hillary Clinton is the real president, it was stolen from her or whatever, but at the same time you think maybe they've changed and they don't want her anymore. Maybe she's too right-wing.
Well, look, this is a huge if. But if she were to jump in for whatever reason and the party has moved someplace that she hasn't, then she won't get the votes. That's the point of the primary. There are, I guess, still 19 people. There are a few that are in double digits. If she were to run and people think that she's too left, too right, too center, whatever you want to call it, that's the beauty of it. They get to vote against whoever they want. I don't know. She's not running because she has any anxiety about the Democratic field. She really likes a lot of the people running. She knows them well. She thought about some of them for her vice presidency. But there might be a reason that she'd be the best person, not only to beat Donald Trump, but to govern after Donald Trump, which is a part we don't talk about much. And look, you can make fun of it all you want, but 65 million people voted for her, and that's second more to anyone except Barack Obama.
I'm not making fun of her. Actually,
I watch Fox and I get confused who's president.
Hold on, I'm the guy. We don't talk about her very often.
Oh, come on!
But I woke up
about it right now.
We are, because I think it's so interesting that Hillary Clinton, who I've always thought was at the leftward edge of the Democratic Party and has been for 50 years. Since her 1969 speech at Wellesley College, has been on the leftward edge of the Democratic Party. She denounced Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All proposal as a terrible conversation to have. She's like completely against it.
The lady knows her health care. I mean, she was ahead of her time in 1994.
Did you get the nomination if you stood up and said it's terrible?
Well, you know what? That's a debate that the party's having right now, that, the candidates that are for Medicare for All are defending how it would be structured and how it would pay for, and the ones who are against are pressing those questions. I mean, if it's a health care debate, I think I would take that and I'd put my money on her any time.
So, but it's not just health care.
Okay, so that interview goes on for a bit more, but on the subject of her running again, I mean, what is going on here? It's very funny what her aide is saying. He's saying that, well, if Hillary runs and the party has indeed shifted in another direction, they have a choice and they can vote for who they want to. Really? Because I seem to recall 15% of superdelegates already being pledged to Hillary Clinton before any vote was even cast. That's called corruption. And last time round, you didn't seem too interested in what people were voting for, and you engaged in a conspiracy to undermine Sanders' campaign. This is proven beyond the shadow of a doubt. We have WikiLeaks emails that you conspired against Bernie Sanders with CNN, with the DNC, with Donna Brazile, with Debbie Wasserman Schultz to snatch the nomination from him. So apparently you don't really believe in democracy and in giving people a choice. Let's set that straight. Okay? So the balls for this guy to come on the air and be like, oh, well, if she runs and people can vote for who they want. We're not going to stand in your way. Oh, really? How generous of you. What does she think she's going to accomplish if she runs? I mean, there are already 20 candidates in this race, even if she had any chance of becoming the nominee. Now that the field is so diluted and fractured with all these candidates, it's not going to be easy, even for her. It would be completely nonsensical for her to try and run now. I mean, she might take some voters from Biden. She might take some voters from Warren. She ain't taking any from Bernie, believe me. And that could work, but I still don't think she would get a majority. Then again, it's Hillary, so she could cheat her way into the nomination. So we have to consider that. we have to consider that she could just cheat her way into the nomination. Hey, she's done it. She's done it once. Why not do it again, right? She has done it once. She has. So I guess there's that angle. But I don't know why she's coming out of the woodwork now and why she's like crawling out of the woods to spar with Trump on Twitter and reignite these flames. And now her top aide is appearing on Fox News. I mean, he could have just said nothing if she's not going to run. You know, why is he here? You don't have to go on Fox News and turn it into something big. If she's not going to run, like most people are saying, like I think she has said herself, then why is her top aide on Fox News? This is very bizarre. It is very bizarre. I can't believe that this is to promote the book that she is releasing with her daughter. So I don't know what's going on here. I really don't know. On Twitter, she was actually sparring with Trump. He was actually provoking her and saying that she should jump back into the race so he can beat her again. And then she tweeted back to him, "Don't tempt me." What am I supposed to say to that? This is just a clown show. And are we really looking for a repeat of 2016? Do these people learn nothing? I honestly think that they don't care, you know, because if you look at the establishment, the Democratic establishment, they would rather have Donald Trump win the presidency than someone like Bernie Sanders. So it doesn't really matter if they prop up Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton or Elizabeth Warren and lose. You know why? Because yes, Donald Trump makes them look bad. Donald Trump is an abomination. He's an embarrassment. But nothing really changes for them. On the contrary, they get even richer. He gives them tax cuts. The only inconvenience here is that he goes on Twitter and embarrasses the office of the presidency and makes them look bad because they lost him. But it doesn't hurt their wallets. It's not a fundamental revolution. It's nothing fundamentally changes if Donald Trump is in office. But if Bernie Sanders gets in office, well, this will hurt their wallets and their investments, and the whole system is going to change. That's why they need to put Hillary in place or Joe Biden or whatever establishment hack of the day is in the spotlight, because it's better losing to Trump than having a true progressive win the nomination and overhaul the entire system and hurt their wallets. Yes. There is no such thing as two-party system. It's a one-party system of oligarchs, okay, who pretend to be split, but they're not really split. The Democrats are just, you know, the same old rich elites who are a tiny bit less racist, but in the end, they still bomb brown people, so it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, get that straight. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect here, and if Hillary did announce, I mean, Jesus Christ, man, I don't know what to say. We can't have a progressive boy. I mean, he'll overhaul the entire system and our investments are in the toilet. Can't have that boy. No. So they can't have someone like Bernie Sanders. It's not going to work. Even Elizabeth Warren, who pretends to be this like progressive, but we know she's not for real. I mean, she's not going to change anything, right? Because she's still going to take that corporate money for the DNC. So they're still getting their checks. It doesn't matter. They're still getting their money. The corporations still get to keep their hold on the economy, on the political system. Nothing changes. It's just that for this tiny period when she's running, she won't take the money. But the DNC gets to take the money. And then when she gets into power, they get to keep on taking the money and nothing changes. Same old crap. So I don't know what the play here is with Hillary Clinton. I don't know what kind of 7-dimensional chess she's trying to play here. I wouldn't put it past her to run, though. You know, I think she has such a big ego that she would do it again. And the way the elections are playing out, the last time and this time, I mean, it's just one big giant goddamn soap opera. It's a joke. It's being turned into a joke by candidates who don't really take this stuff seriously and who are just here to represent corporations, you know? So this will be like one of the top 10 anime plot twists, you know? And I wouldn't be surprised if she announced you're going to have a repeat of superdelegates who'd be like, oh, okay, well, Joe Biden is melting on stage. He can't raise any money. Elizabeth Warren is progressive, even though she's not really progressive. Hillary's back. Yes, let's go with Hillary. They'll pledge their votes to her before one single vote is even cast. I can guarantee you. Why wouldn't they? They did it last time, and there's no law against it. All right. This was even decided in court that the DNC is technically, legally, a corporation. So they are allowed to rig the primary by law. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? This is what politics is. Amazing. Truly amazing. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Please let me know in the comments what you think of Crooked Hillary. And I mean, man, I can guarantee you, if she runs again, though, that orange clown is going to demolish her harder than last time. Oh, yes. And it is going to be such a pitiful sight. And, oh, God, I don't even want to know. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm very curious. So, and we'll see what, if anything develops out of the story.